Elisha, the servant of the prophet Elijah, was a man chosen by God to continue the work that Elijah had begun. He was known for his unwavering faith in God and the mighty miracles that flowed through his life. From the moment he received the mantle of prophecy, Elisha's ministry was marked by a deep connection with God. He had a powerful ability to intervene in the lives of people who were struggling. These miracles were signs of God's power and demonstrations of his compassion and care for his people. Through Elisha, God reached into the lives of ordinary men and women, showing his providence, mercy, and love. The first miracle we encounter in 2 Kings 4 takes place when Elisha is approached by a widow. This widow was in great distress after losing her husband, who had served the Lord faithfully. Her grief was compounded by financial debts her husband left behind, debts she could not pay. In accordance with the customs of that time, creditors were coming to take her 2 sons as slaves. With no means of saving them, the widow was desperate and turned to Elisha for help. Elisha, sensing the woman's pain, asked her, "What do you have in your house?" She replied that she had only a small jar of oil. With divine insight, Elisha instructed her to borrow empty jars from her neighbors. "Do not ask for just a few," he said as he gave her guidance. With faith in Elisha's word, the widow obeyed and gathered jars from every neighbor she could find. Upon returning home, Elisha told her to pour the small jar of oil into the empty jars. To her amazement, the oil began to flow and did not stop until every jar was filled. She filled jar after jar, watching in awe as the oil multiplied before her eyes. This miracle is not only about provision, but also about God's faithfulness to those in need. The widow's act of faith, following Elisha's instructions without questioning them, was met with God's miraculous provision. God's response was not based on the widow's wealth or status, but on her obedience and trust in him. When we find ourselves in difficult circumstances, God often asks us to act in faith, to trust in his promises, and to obey his instructions, even when they seem unusual or challenging. Through this miracle, God showed that he is a provider, and his resources are infinite.